Alright guys, first things first, I'm starting the challenge tomorrow, which will be Sunday, December 11th. So if you want to follow along with me, I'll be uploading the videos the next day. So sometime Monday, I'll upload my video for day one, except I might not upload until later in the night. So maybe you want to start on Tuesday if you want to do it exactly with me, or just start whenever you're ready. I'm going to be doing Dr. Fuhrman's 10 and 20, which is lose 10 pounds in 20 days detox challenge, except I'm only doing the last 10 days of it because I screwed that up the last time I did it. So I'm starting with day 11 through 20. I'll be doing that for 10 days clearly, starting on Sunday. So if you guys want to follow along, there's a link for this detox challenge down below. You can buy it off of Dr. Fuhrman's website. And I have a code. I'm not sure if the code still works, but you used to be able to get $5 off with this code. So try to use the code. If you want to follow along, you can get the PDF as well. And if you sign up for the challenge, there's a really great Facebook group that you get to be a part of as well. And all the people in there are so helpful and great. So, all right, here we go. With matcha tea this morning, give me a little boost. Powder in, I put room temperature. And I'm going to put some hot water in just a second to warm it up. Morning. How's this? I'm about to do my workout, guys, so the sun's weird. This will give me a little extra energy. And I like this tea weak. It's got a really mild flavor and it's super yummy and warm. Okay, time to work out. Alright, we banded together and made some dinner. This is a stuffed portobello mushroom with some vegetable pesto, arugula, collard greens, and tons of veggies, and some nuts and yumminess. This is my regular kale salad, but I added chickpeas today. And we also cooked up some extra portobello mushrooms, and this is the leftover pesto stuff, so we can have more later at the end. Bye! Having a little snacky poo. Dark chocolate. Oh, and I did have a tiny bit of salt on my food today. Guys, we are going to talk about one of my favorite topics ever, and this comes from Super Immunity, which is a book I'm going to be referencing a lot. Super Immunity is one of my favorite books about how you keep your immune system good for not only colds, but for scarier things like cancer, etc. So we're going to talk about why are mushrooms so important to have every single day, and there's 3 reasons, okay? So this comes from page 72 of Super Immunity, and I'm just going to give you try to give you the overview here. So mushrooms promote the body's production and maturation of dendritic cells. Okay, so we have these cells in our body called dendritic cells. They're kind of shaped like a tree, and what they basically do is they go around our body and find things that are bad, and they capture them and they hold on to them, present them to our immune cells, and then our immune cells kill those bad things. So think of our dendritic cells as sort of the police in our body. They sort of go around and find the bad stuff, hold it, and then help to get rid of it. Dendritic cell functions can decrease with aging, leading to a loss of immune function, so it's harder and harder for your body to fight off bad stuff as you age, which is probably one of the reasons why people tend to get more and more disease as they get older. But however, the ingestion of the immune strengthening compounds derived from mushrooms and greens can prevent this age-related loss of immune function, so you can actually make yourself stronger immune-wise as you get older by eating mushrooms and greens. And it says here also that their ability is further enhanced when the diet contains mushrooms, onions, and green vegetables simultaneously. So you get all the really good stuff of those vegetables, but if you eat them all together, you make it even more powerful. Okay, so that's the first thing that's super, super important, is to support our dendritic cells. The second thing is that mushrooms contain an angiogenesis. Ooh, hello, Moo. Mushrooms contain an angiogenesis inhibitor that further inhibits tumors and growth of abnormal cells, tumors, and cancers. So what is angiogenesis? Angiogenesis is basically growth of new blood vessels. So, you know, genesis of angio, right? So growing new blood vessels. Why are new blood vessels a bad thing? For 2 reasons. Well, the one we're going to talk about right now is for cancer and tumor growth. So in order for a tumor to grow, it needs to have blood flow. It needs to have a blood supply, otherwise it can't do its thing. So if you cut off that blood supply and you make it so it can't have any new blood vessels or anything like that, then that tumor can't grow. And so mushrooms do not allow this to happen, basically. They have an angiogenesis inhibitor, which has been discovered. So that's really, really exciting. Mushrooms can help with that. Moo, stop it. She's like causing trouble over here. And then it says here that since angiogenesis is rare in healthy adults and necessary for tumor growth, blocking angiogenesis is a strategy in cancer prevention and treatment. Several drugs have been developed that were designed to block different steps of the angiogenic process, and some of these drugs have been approved by the the FDA and are currently being used in cancer therapies. And many plant foods contain natural angiogenesis inhibitors, especially mushrooms. Dietary angiogenesis are now being investigated as a preventative strategy to starve cancers while they're still inactive and harmless. So this is something super important to eat every single day. The more you eat these, the more you're going to be helping these two processes that are super important. The other thing is a little bit more about our waistline here, stopping the growth of fat cells. Similarly, the growth of fat tissue is dependent on angiogenesis, and the inhibition of angiogenesis through eating these really, really good foods can really help to inhibit also the fat deposit and growth. So that means the more mushrooms you eat, the more foods with these angiogenesis inhibitors. Sounds all scientific and stuff, but don't get worried about it. It's just the fact that it doesn't allow blood cells and blood vessels to be created. These types of foods, eating these types of foods also has a side effect of encouraging a healthy weight. So something to keep in mind, it says that not only occurs not because of the lower calorie density of such a diet, but also because of other beneficial nutrients ingested, including these angiogenesis inhibitors. So that is your little Nutritarian nugget for the day. Why are mushrooms so important? For 3 major reasons that have been studied. There's proof of this kind of stuff. You can find more of this really good stuff in Super Immunity, and try to get your mushrooms in every single day. One fact that I had mentioned before is to eat just 1 white button mushroom a day if you can. That's going to give you a lot of that really good effect, and even mushroom haters can get down with that. One thing you want to keep in mind though is never eat mushrooms raw, because they have a lot of bacteria and things like that. Something called agaritine, which is bad for us, and I can't explain why. I just have that word in my head, and I know that is not a good thing that could be found in mushrooms. So try not to eat them raw, have them cooked. That's why I always do the roasted mushrooms, and I just eat 1 or 2 while I'm making a meal to make sure that even if my meal doesn't have mushrooms in it, I'm gonna get some in. So that's it for today. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Please hit like, please comment, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye!